My channel is about providing with trusted information for you to use to make decision. When I say trusted, I'm putting my life on it. That information is, you can trust the information and you can use it to make decision, help you to understand things. It's going to take you a whole lot to process what is that I'm saying, to dissect, to analyze, to evaluate, to forecast, to synthesize. But for certain, when you have done so, it will be much information as food for your actual body. So today I want to deal with some JLP and PNP supporters have forgotten what vision looks like. Wow, quite a lot. Now you are seeing on your screen a young lady, and I want to deal with some of the things that are happening in Jamaica. For years, I have been a Jamaican living in Jamaica. I've traveled, went out for a while, came back, and I'm looking at what I saw happening in other countries. I'm looking at what is happening in Jamaica, and I'm saying, looking back through our last 50 years, we have on a few instances where it appears that there was a leader, or let me say, there was at least one leader that really had a vision for the people of Jamaica, not really for a particular sector of Jamaica. And I'm going to be calling names because I said my channel is providing trusted information. Michael Manley, it's clear that had a vision for the people of Jamaica, for their betterment. Some person may want to try to argue that I am biased politically, but I want to say go and read your history. Look at what obtains in Jamaica during Michael's era, during the Cold War period. And then you tell me what Michael was trying to do and what his vision was, and how he was sabotaged by the CIA to destroy a man's vision for his people, to benefit their vision for their people. But that's another discussion that I will get into one of these days. No, I have listened to the recent 2025 budget presentation by both the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition, the Prime Minister being the JLP individual and the leader of the opposition being the PNP individual. And for me, there is no vision in whatever they are doing. Clearly, both persons are playing politics and they are politicking with all the resources vested in them in terms of Jamaica. No, when a government is elected, it represents the people, which means they own nothing. It is the people's possession that they are given responsibility to administrate and to govern. Both political parties historically in Jamaica have squandered the resources of the people of Jamaica and appear as though the people of Jamaica now must regain whatever they have squandered. It seems to me as though the best thing for the Jamaican people is to maybe to pack up and leave this place with a set of spineless, visionless, and a corrupt system that is not supporting them. I want to take you to a leader in one of the African countries, and that African country is Burkina Faso, and its current president, which is a military individual, Captain Traore, and what he has been able to do in the past few months that he has been in leadership. And I'm saying to you, if the JLP's administration really had a vision for Jamaica, we wouldn't be here. If the PNP's administration really had a vision for Jamaica, we would not be here. During Edward Siaga's leadership, Edward Siaga had actually structured a plan of action, a scheme work, a framework, a system to get Jamaica out of its poverty. And for some unknown reason, that was not implemented. Lee Kuan Yew came to Jamaica and used that same model and has developed his country. And I'm asking you, where is the vision for Jamaica? If that plan was there from Mr. Edward Siaka, why it wasn't introduced and implemented in Jamaica? The simple answer is they don't really care about you. So I'm going to play a clip for you. I will interject periodically where a single individual has taken the bull by the horn and decided, listen, the people of his country deserves betterment. And he has implemented structures, program, system to ensure that this is so because people need betterment. Remember I said to you that the country is Burkina Faso and its leader is Captain Traore. Matter of fact, I think based on his current work, we should make him Professor Ibrahim Traore. But that's for another discussion. Let us see what this gentleman is doing in a short time in Africa.
The youth of Burkina Faso, but also the youth of Africa, because he is young himself, but also courageous. And the things that he's been saying, not just saying, but also doing, has inspired many people, including me. He recently made a speech at the International Youth Day celebration, and he had some interesting things to say.
Nous célébrons donc cette journée dans un contexte un peu particulier, comme les prédécesseurs l'ont signifié, ce contexte de conflit. Ce conflit que nous qualifions que autre chose que la manifestation violente, barbare de l'impérialisme, du néocolonialisme, de l'esclavage qu'on tend à nous imposer aujourd'hui, ce que nous avons qualifié terrorisme. C'est dans ce sens que lorsque nous prenons par exemple le volet de l'orpaillage, votre thème en dit long sur l'employabilité des jeunes en milieu rural, beaucoup de nos jeunes se retrouvent aujourd'hui sur les sites artisanaux de production, dans des conditions les plus pénibles. C'est peut-être ce qui s'est passé en Europe ou en Amérique dans les années 1800, lorsque les hommes rentrent eux-mêmes dans des galeries, qu'ils creusent eux-mêmes pour sortir le minerai. Nos jeunes continuent de vivre cela, au péril de leur vie. Nous essayons aujourd'hui de moderniser un peu. C'est à l'issue de ça que nous avons...
It is clear from listening to Captain Traore's speech or presentation, which is really a speech in itself, that he understands that what was happening in his country, and some of the very things that he spoke of, such as youth unemployment, youth apathy, are similar features that are happening in Jamaica. And the presenter here started off by saying his action has really inspired her to do things. His actions, not his words. Currently, what we have been having in the world, particularly in the black world, is a group of persons who lead us who are only speakers. They speak through the left side of their mouth, engaging in the right side of the brain, without the left side of the brain knowing what it is that they are doing. And when they get in power, it is the left side of their brain that becomes active. That means at no point in time during their leadership that they really understand your problem, because the wrong side of your brain that was inactive all along, it is now employed and become active to carry out whatever functions and plan they want to carry out. Now, this young man is inspiring other people, other societies, other countries, other nations, including the person that is actually doing this, Dr. Paul Bourne, that we as Africans can do it. We need to understand the system that he actually spoke about, the capitalist system, the imperialist system, the Western ideology, Western philosophy, that has been imposed on us as Africans, that has destroyed us for years. And most, if not all, our leaders have been tarnished by this system to the point where they become corrupt by it, and therefore operate on the left side of the brain that was inactive when they were speaking to the people. And when they were speaking to the people, it was the whites of the brain that was active, seeing their problems, seeing their plight, and putting forward a plan, a program, a system to get them out of that. And the inactive part of their brain is now infused and become active when they become leaders. And that part of their brain is a selfish part of the brain, one which is used by the imperialists to manipulate and stranglehold the people of their countries. This young gentleman understands all of this and is inspiring his people to greatness. Let's continue.
On crée donc, dans son aspect, une société qui va se permettre de pouvoir exploiter et de commercialiser nos substances précieuses, notamment l'or. L'or que les jeunes exploitent, que d'autres personnes viennent acheter à vil prix et qui contribuent à nourrir le terrorisme, qui sort.
No, he spoke about exploitation. And I want you to continue watching this video on your own. He spoke about exploitation, which is the exploitation of Burkina Faso's gold and other resources for the imperialists to use. Let's now reflect on what obtains in Jamaica. They've exploited Jamaica for years. Britain did, and many other countries such as Spain exploited Jamaica in terms of its sugarcane, in terms of its bauxite, in terms of its minerals, in terms of many of its ores. And the people of Jamaica are now impoverished by all of that exploitation. And what we have, the little that is left, our current administrators, current managers of our resources are now selling it out. And we're now having ads on television where they're going to say that urban Jamaicans own a part of the road. When we, Jamaican people, own that place in the first place. And now you have to be told that you need to buy back what you own because they are selling it to you. You own it, they took it away, and we have to buy it back. That is a level of exploitation and corruption that is unfolding in Jamaica day by day. And I'm saying to all those persons who are PNP and JLP supporters, clearly, you do not see the vision that the world is giving you. You do not see the vision that is out there for you, to the point where you are blinded by little. And the little you're blinded by is nothing out of your own selfishness. That tomorrow morning, your children and your children's children are likely to suffer because we do not have a system that caters to the development of the people, but one that operates on selfish, individualistic, imperialistic motives. We need a leader in Jamaica who understands the plight and challenges of the people and is able, despite all odds, particularly of the imperialists, to get the people to a point of liberation, of emancipation, of freedom, of greatness, and of valor and worth. Currently, we have a group of leaders that cannot inspire possibly their own family members or even their own party individuals. A number of you are labor rights and PNP are not inspired by your leaders because your leaders are uninspired themselves. They are selfish individuals who do not understand the plight of the people, genuinely care about the people, and genuinely want the best for its people outside of this imperialist system. Look at what obtains currently with the Barbados Prime Minister, where the imperialist structure of the United States is trying to actually tell her that it is a visa that we are going to what? Embargo you for, because you are speaking out of term. The imperial system is such that they wave magic wand, wave little things in front of your face. And when they do that, what all leaders do is to acquiesce and surround the people development for their individualistic motives and behavior. We need a group of leaders who are bold as many of the African leaders, particularly Burkina Faso, that is Captain Ibrahim Traore, who understand the plight of Jamaicans. And despite whatever the imperialist, the capitalist, the Western world has to offer and do, we decide to stay in this country and build it as we ought to. We can build a sustainable Jamaica. The challenge is the country lacks leadership. And you PNP and JLP supporters are the very reason why we are here, because you have been divided for years. You have accepted this segregation. You have accepted this discrimination. That why you will discriminate against your brother, to say that your brother is a PNP, your brother is a JLP, and do not seem to understand that when challenges arise, it is your brother that will be your refuge. It is your brother who will take you to the hospital. It is your brother that will take care of your children when you're ill and ailing. It is your brother that will do things. It is your sister that will actually make a difference in the world. When you are morphed into a system that is telling you and labeling for you that you're a PNP and JLP, and therefore you will become an opponent of your brother that protects, cares, loves, and will treat you well, for a system that does not warrant you and see you as a human. In fact, the imperial system of this world see we less than humans, which is the reason why they were able to cut our mother's belly, take out the newborn babies out of our mother's belly. These are gruesome. The systems was against us back in history, because we were not humans. Currently, they have no change in their policies and programs. Their system is kinda imprisonment. Our people need a prime minister. Our people need a leader that will take them from nothingness to greatness. I want to see a country that is not better for Paul Bourne, but is better for all. I'm fine. I have struggled. I have come a far way. Currently, I have accumulated thus much, but I do not want this if my people are going to suffer. I want to see greatness among our people. I want to see our people unfold their intelligence, their brilliance, their creativity, and shine beyond the stars. Currently, the system has enslaved our people. Many of our people are imprisoned mentally. Their creativity has been marred, taken away from them, even at birth. And I'm saying the country needs a leader. You PNP and JLP are fools. All you see is PNP and JLP, and they're offering you very little to get you on the side of the imperialists to oppress your very kind. We need a leader. I want to conclude by looking at this video that I'll put in the description for you to look at how leadership has vision. It is clear from my observation that PNP and JLP supporters have forgotten what vision looks like. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information for you to use to make a decision. The time is now. All you PNP and JLP supporters clearly have forgotten what vision looks like.